Sheila is planning to spend 6 hours today assembling paint sets at her part-time job. It takes 5 minutes to assemble a standard paint set and 10 minutes to assemble a deluxe paint set. If Sheila spends the entire 6 hours, or 360 minutes, assembling paint sets, the possible number of each kind of paint set can be found by using the equation 5s plus 10d equals 360. Here, S represents the number of standard paint sets assembled, and D represents the number of deluxe paint sets assembled. We're asked to graph the given equation. So I'm going to graph this by using the intercepts. So let's find the S-intercept. To find the S-intercept, we will let D equal 0. So then 5S plus 10 times 0 would be 360, and so then 5s would equal 360. And dividing through by 5, we would find that s is equal to 360 divided by 5 is 72. So then I'd have the ordered pair 72, 0. I'm going to go with ordered pairs in the form S, comma, D. The D-intercept will let S equal 0. So then I would have 5 times 0 plus 10 D is equal to 360, and so that implies that 10D is equal to 360, and dividing through by 10, D is equal to 36, and so then we would have the ordered pair 0, 36. So I'm going to use a scale of, how about 9. I notice that both of those numbers are divisible by 9, so I'm going to use a scale of 9 on each axis. All right, plotting points. We have 72, 0, and we have 0, 36. Drawing the line, or the line segment, through these points, would give us that line. Notice I'm not going to continue it on in either direction beyond that, because if I move to the left, I would have a negative value for S. I can't have a negative number of standard paint sets. And if I move any further to the right, I would have a negative number of deluxe paint sets. So I'm just going to draw that line segment. Now the second part asks us to use the graph and determine how many deluxe paint sets Sheila can assemble if she assembles 42 paint sets. So 42 standard paint sets says that S would equal 42. So if we let S equal 42, let's go back to the graph. If we let S equal 42, so 45, so 42 would be about here. If we let S equal 42 and connect that with the line, it appears that D would be about 15. Maybe a little bit more careful here, and let me actually use a ruler, a straight edge, to kind of mark that. And so it looks to be about 15. So using the graph, if we let S equal 42, this implies that D would equal 15. So according to the graph, Sheila can assemble 15 deluxe paint sets. Now, we could check that graphical work by using the equation and letting S equal 42. 5 times 42 plus 10D is equal to 360. 5 times 42 is 220, plus 10D is equal to 360. And subtracting the 220, I'm sorry, that should be a 210, shouldn't it? 5 times 42 is 210. So subtracting 210 from both sides, we find that 10D is equal to 150, and dividing through by 10, we find then that D is equal to 15, which is the same thing we got by looking at the graph.